one of the reasons why he loved Prophet Muhammad so much, and that what made him the excellent human being that he is because he admitted to not being perfect. Right. Not because he ever claimed to be perfect.
Right.
Yeah. Because and he was open. He was a perfect human being, an excellent model, and there's no man that ever equal him on earth, and never will be. Right. Any man that will ever equal him. And he said that even if, as a follower of Prophet Muhammad, he said some people say they want to be like Prophet Muhammad or be equal to Prophet Muhammad. He said as soon as you say that you equal to Prophet Muhammad or that you want to surpass him, he no longer is your leader. Exactly. He is no longer your leader. So Prophet Muhammad is the perfect example and the model for human beings. Yes. And I agree with the imams that say that we don't know him. Imam Farrakhan said that, and he said it adamant, and I could feel and hear the love in his heart, in his voice, that he loved Prophet Muhammad more than he loves himself. And because he knows the Prophet, and he's continuing to learn, and that's what we should strive for. We should strive to be more and more, to be better in excellence. We might not be, we should never be where we want to be, but we should never give it up as a hope.
That's right.
Yeah, and be willing to lay our lives down before we not seeing ourselves pleasing. And don't see yourself not pleasing Allah, because your intentions. I heard Imam say, I'm listening. I heard Imam I say here that your intention is more important than your action. Have more value than your action. So if your intentions are good, you good. You've mastered your future. You know, who has that power? We are super people. You know, the brother mentioned the Scientologists. They talking about they gonna be super people and they gonna tap into the 500 senses or something like that. It's more than, and all of that. We already there. They want to see the super people. Look at it, believe it.
That's right.
We the super people.
That's right.
We've mastered all that's before us and behind us, because we say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and we hear and we obey. We believe. Yeah. So we don't worry. We don't have anxiety and stress. If we do, we submit. We make sajda.
Yeah.
You know. We turn to Allah, and when we stand up from Salat, we don't have that anxiety anymore. It's gone. No matter, they could be dropping bombs all around us. And when it's time for lunch, we'll be eating a sandwich and potato chips and drinking a bottle of water and going back out into the bomb in the field. That's what I have experienced. That I accepted what I believe Allah created me for, and what Allah wants of me as an individual, that Allah created me for His mercy, and He wants me to have peace in my life and in my soul. So what I'm going to put burden on myself and make myself worry and stress and burden myself when it's Allah's will and it's not my will? Why would I force my will and invite Allah's wrath? I don't do that. So I'm never trying to impose myself or my idea or something I believe is right. No matter if it's so strong in my heart, I feel like my heart about to leap out of my chest. I'm going to pray and ask Allah to guide me and to keep my hands still and my mouth shut. Because if it ain't Allah's will, it shouldn't be mine. It shouldn't be my desire. Yeah. And that's what we as African American people have to struggle with. That we have to have faith and trust Allah, that Allah wants best for us and wants only good. And that those things that Allah shows us, and He shows us everything in our creation that we need to know about when to cool out. You don't compromise your good Muslim character or nature for some selfish desire that you have. You don't cuss your brother or your sister out unless they're your brother and your sister and they know you like to cuss, and they ain't gonna put a knife in your back when you turn around. And some folks are hurt. We from Chicago. And some folks, you look at them wrong. That's the nature. The human nature is evolving us and is come willingly or unwillingly. And there's a lot of people in the grave that didn't get that message, that didn't want to come to peace. So you step on my toe, I cuss you out, and then I turn my back, and next thing you know, I'm hearing gunshots ring out. And that's terrible.
You talk with a lot of wisdom.
I was raised by you, sister. I can't help myself. I'm complaining about the ones that didn't listen. I listen, and I thank Allah that I listen. Alhamdulillah. Yes, sir.
At the janazah, it was so amazing the way that you handled the people from around the world in the meeting.
Allah knows best. This is what I mean by accepting Allah's will. I'll be if I didn't accept Allah's will, I would take that as a negative. I say, Allah, did I do something in arrogance? Did I get big? No, I didn't puff my chest out. I didn't do nothing arrogant. I said, why in the heck don't we have that image? Somebody got that image. I couldn't see the floor. I couldn't see my feet. I couldn't see below my waist because you know them big furry microphones and the booms. There was so many pointing over. First, I'm surrounded, a circle, all media, all reporters, and there's another layer. There's a layer of media right here with mics. There's another layer of they counterparts with them big $100,000 cameras on their shoulders. That was surrounding, blocking all the light, and then there were people reaching through them with them boom mics, and there was a circle of mics, just fluffy mics. I could not see the ground before me because all of this was microphones, and all of this was people, and all of this was cameras. My blood pressure didn't raise. I didn't get nervous. I didn't get afraid. I submitted myself to the sister that was asking the questions, and everybody around her followed BBC. She was with BBC, Caucasian woman, and she was very kind, very polite, and very respectful, and she was a professional. She knew the questions to ask. She probably knew it the moment she looked into my eyes. She knew how to talk to me, and so I talked to her and then answered the questions to the best of my ability. And others were there, and I kind of saw them. They were so, I guess they were so affected by my response to her questions. They were asking the same question. I'm like, she just asked that question, but I responded, and I had something. I just added more as I could, and it was a bright. The sun was shining bright. The weather was good. The spirits, everybody was high. Everybody's spirits was high, and it was, it was just an amazing experience. And it did sadden my heart a little bit that I couldn't take my wife to picture home. I'm always trying to impress her, so but she knew she knew I was telling the truth, Yes, sir.
I was just thinking that when we went into that restaurant, how the people, they didn't know you, but how the people they sensed it. That's what I'm saying is that the spirit, your intentions. They were asking, I didn't want to just tell them, they asked me to. Is he a leader? Y'all not musicians, are you? But then there's something about them, and that's what I'm saying. I've had the occasion.
I had old soldiers with me now. Don't give me they give me too much credit, I think. But when you got the FOI standing around, they get everybody's attention. I ain't calling y'all FOI, but I know where you come from. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, but I agree that a Muslim should have a light, a believer, any believer. And the Muslims shine the brightest because we had a true light. We had a pure light. And I acknowledge that, and that's why I humble myself. I humble myself. And if I don't feel like it's a bright day for me to shine, I stay out of people's way. I don't get in your face. If I'm upset and angry, and that's another thing. I'm not trying to, like he said, he don't stroke nobody. I'm not trying to stroke him. I like his strategy. This brother said he's dealing with a terminal illness, but he gonna live a long, long time because he done learned something that a lot of people never learn or take a lifetime to learn. You don't hold that stuff in. No. And when you sincere, you don't have to say I'm sorry. Allah know your intention, and that person that heard you say that know your intention. Because I got family members, that don't agree with nothing I say and cuss you out there. And but when they wrong, I got something that's wrong, and I don't accept that. But you have something that's sincere, and we as human beings, we know sincerity. When a person is sincere, they said that, and if you say, well, I think you went a little far. You kind of hurt my feelings. You kind of scared me. I thought we was gonna fight. Then they apologize because they didn't mean to go that far. And if we communicate with each other and allow us to be human, don't hold us to standards that Gestapo or something, or whoever the tyrants of the world hold they subjects to. Let a person be free. Yeah, let people be free. And my wife, it didn't take her long to learn that. She's soft-spoken. She still won't yell. I said, our house is designed, the way it's designed is open so that you don't have to, you can stand downstairs and yell, and I can hear you, it's open. I'm like, it's made for us to talk loud. She still don't yell and don't talk. I said, I've been calling you, and I was like, I didn't mean for you to put down what you're doing and come respond to me, but she won't say, yeah, well, she won't yell and respond. She just get up and come. I said, I didn't mean for you to come. That's why I'm yelling. And now I feel bad because I done took you from what you was doing, So she learned me real quick. She said, he ain't got time, or he's not going to take the time to go through the proper steps of, because we family, just don't tell people, everybody in public how I am. Sometimes I cuss you out before I know you even did something wrong. And my kids too. I blame them, I accuse them, but at the same time, they think I'm going off on them, but I'll be watching them to see if guilt in their eyes. And I'll be waiting, I'll be ready for the lie to come out, And I'm like, don't lie to me. And you believe it or not, my children, they'll tell the truth, even if they did something that they know will hurt me. They break something that's precious to me, or just, or do something that, they throw food away, man. They see me enjoying my meal the night before, and I couldn't finish it. I put it in the refrigerator. I'm like, the little packages of ketchup and stuff is here. That's condiments. It's garbage. You threw my cheeseburger away. I'm like, and only my cheeseburger. So, no, I don't cuss nobody out over stuff like that. But sometimes people love you, and I understand that too. So they're focused. I'm like, how can you have a sense of this is something I touch? I'm like, now here, this should have been cleaned up like a month ago. It's been sitting here. It should have been put. That don't go there. That go upstairs in the linen closet or the cabinet or somewhere. Why this been here all the time? I set an ink pen right here and it's gone. And so I realized, I said, they're not out to get me. For a minute, but I use psychology. I say, y'all out to get me, So that's the psychology. I said, I can't touch nothing. I said, y'all must smell me or something. I said, I just laid that there 2 seconds ago and it's gone. It's put away. That's because they love you. So I'm the center of focus. So I'm always trying to tone myself down, because I don't want to be the loudest thing in the house, because that's oppressive too. And I'm not, and I love it when my family members show emotion towards me, not disrespect, but emotion. Because I wasn't raised in the house like that. There was no passive spirits in my house. No passive spirits in my house. If a person had something on their mind or something to say, they would say it. Now we respect it, and you would see it on our face that we wasn't being passive. You see if we was white folks, we'd all be beat red. If my father walked in the house, all the arguments stopped. We respected him. We were still aggressive, but we respected him, because the first person to get him mad is really in trouble. So you don't want to be the first one to break the peace. So alhamdulillah. And that's how families operate. Families don't hold grudges. You don't hold grudges, I mean, they should. I mean, by rule, they shouldn't, but they do. They do. And believe it or not, some people hold grudges to the day they die. But they should not. They shouldn't, and they do. Because I have family members that'll tell you, they say, you don't mess with him, like he don't forget nothing. I said, no, I don't forget nothing either. I don't forget nothing, but I know it's Allah's will and not mine. And so I don't harbor anything in my heart. My blood pressure ain't raised when I see you. I'm not looking to see you in trouble so I can say, see, you got what you deserve. If I see you in trouble, I'm going to rush to your side and help. If you had just done me wrong, you could have just 2 seconds ago spit in my face and cussed me out, and then walked out the house, and then somebody come out and I see a person sticking you up, trying to rob you. I go out there and get shot to save you, with spit on my face. If you family, you don't think I do that for my sisters, and they know it. They know it, and they mean it sometimes. And y'all don't know the definition of mean until you know the definition of mean I've experienced. I know mean.
You know another thing, Brother Wallace?
Nah, I don't know it as bad as some people, but I know some mean.
Me you talking.
Alhamdulillah.
One comes to me and says, you totally have submitted yourself to Allah. And he guides you.
Alhamdulillah.
That's right.
That's a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful spirit
I
you
thank
have.
Allah.
You
Thank
know,
Allah.
because Allah is
Yeah.
with you.
It's a